Call the meeting of the Newbury Historical Commission to order June 25th, 7 p.m. All rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Where is it?
Wheels.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I want to know why I can't find things, because they're in the individual folders.
Oh,
Because these are my favorite minutes. Thank you. These are my favorites. And if you have a correction, this is a serious problem. There we go, see, now I'm glued.
So this is the one we called to order, then we adjourned.
Yeah, but I still had to do it because we had a
Now,
meeting.
don't we had a meeting after that, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
Okay,
let's get another.
you're on that, all right,
Vote them one at a time.
all right.
And this is why I send this stuff to you guys.
All right.
So in other words, it's a complete waste of paper.
Well, I usually print it out and bring it, but then you give me another copy when I get here. Today, my printer won't talk to me.
What's the date, 14? No, it's
I
13.
switched all my communication from
What's the 13th?
Turbify to
Well, you could get,
Google
This meeting, the next
Workspace.
Yeah.
meeting of the historical commission to
should be
be,
on May
Is that a
7th,
good
we said
website,
that at May
guy, in
7th.
case you need one?
Mm-hmm.
So this was
no,
the,
these are May 7th.
And he was
Minutes.
still learning
and
how to
in the
do
May
this.
7th minutes, it says the next
Problem
meeting
is,
will
is
be
I
May
have
7th.
an alias,
That can't be
I
right.
have
No,
more than one
that's
email.
what I'm saying.
Right,
Yeah.
Turbify, sync them,
merge them all, yeah.
Google Workspace now. So now I have to open each one,
Yep,
every
yep,
one.
yep. See, that's how I would miss something.
That's today. Because that's a commission meeting,
Yeah,
they're
but
a
it-
public
it-
hearing.
At this time, on May
How many
7th,
do you want?
May 7th, we need to vote on May 7th. Is everybody waiting on me?
I think so.
Oh, okay. Entertain a motion to,
No, we gotta fix the 5-7.
so adjournment, next meeting of the Historical Commission should be on Thursday, May 7th. And that, we were saying that on May 7th. So that can't be
So there
right.
is a mistake.
Attitude problem.
Yeah, it's the 14th then, right?
77,
Okay.
But we
The
did-
next meeting
Correct
was
that
the
to the
14th.
14th, right.
Yeah,
14th.
let's make that the 14th.
5, 14.
Good catch.
Okay, good catch. All right, motion to accept Thursday, May 7th.
I move that we accept the meetings of the May 7th meeting as amended.
Second.
Lon on the second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, everybody pick up May 14th.
it took so long to do it.
Yeah, understandable. It's a
Two
lot.
full pages.
Yeah.
Which is also why I said you should read it before you do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was our hearing date?
What was the fifth? I'm here without my phone. I can't check it.
What is it? What are we asking?
We had
Oh, I was wondering when our
Thursday, the
hearing
11th.
date was, and I just said this at the 5th.
Right?
The 11th?
The 11th, right? Wasn't it, or the, no, historical meeting was the 17th.
The public meeting
So that
we
was my,
had?
yeah,
No.
that
It
was
was the
ours.
17th.
Seven.
No, I'm sorry.
I have
It's
I
right
was-
there.
our
I was
meeting.
close.
It was recurring, so that's why that's written.
Well,
That makes more sense.
Okay. Any errors or omissions in the minutes?
Website report, first, end of the first paragraph there, will no longer be used, and the last sentence isn't a sentence. This doesn't make sense.
There are apparently can have potential problems.
I just
Interesting.
don't know what it's going to say, so I can't correct it.
Yeah.
Me either. Let's think about it. What was I saying?
You were probably saying because the photos, some of the photos, the pixelation, because I took them from the original website, and so when they were saved, he was saying like, can I try to find crisper, like better pictures of some things? And I'm like, some of these I have no idea where they came from. It was like,
Well, it could, maybe it just
Well,
says there could be potential
Instead of
problems.
saying there, it should just say comma,
Yeah,
There-
instead of
there
there,
are-
there may
apparently
be
can
there
have potential
apparently,
problems.
take the R out, yeah.
Oh, okay, there you go. I didn't know how to edit it, because I didn't know what it was.
yeah. So that makes much more sense.
Yeah,
And the word not should be no.
yeah,
Yeah.
No longer used.
Yeah.
that's all I had. Oh, I didn't. Okay, there it is.
Okay.
You did ask me for 25 copies at the meeting. I'm sorry.
All right, with corrections made, do I hear a motion to accept with corrections?
I move that we accept the May 14th minutes as corrected.
Second. Lon on the second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Treasurer's report.
The treasurer's report run into some difficulty. My computer stopped working this afternoon, but I have the numbers because I've got the old report and I know what I did this week. So, well, I made a deposit of $55 this week in the cash fund, and that brings the total there up to $2,967.65. The final billing, I'm closing the books out this week and next week. The final billing from the porta potty from Rest Stop was $1,102.39. Our estimated cost was $2.39 off.
You're good.
Well, when you consider, I see when the kids are coming and I put it in, and I see when the kids leave, and then I pull it out at the end of the year, and we're $2.39 away, and it went up $5 on top of it. Anyway, so basically, we have, not counting the things I've been buying this week, we still had 900 basically available for the mannequins and the dresses and stuff. I'm having a problem with the mannequin, the one that I was going to buy. And once I actually tried to place the order, came back as out of stock.
Stop. That's
So now I've got to scramble because it's not easy finding a 5'5" female mannequin. That I did find out. So,
okay.
and I mean, that looks, it's, doesn't look
Appropriate.
like it's, it's not from, doesn't look like it's from the 70s, right?
Right.
Formica tabletops and stuff, right? Anyway.
So you're up against the clock.
The
As
center.
far
Oh, right, oh, yeah.
So-
I'll be able to get it, yeah.
Make sure there's no holidays or broken water pipes in the town hall preventing you from getting in.
Oh, it doesn't matter, as long as I spend the money. I just have to get my computer working, so, well, I can use my wife's, so I'm set, yeah.
But don't you have to have the invoices in?
No, oh, no, I just have to have the money spent. Usually you give you a week, 10 days, something like that, but I haven't seen that.
Because
in the mail.
that always happens in accounting. The 30th is the end of the month, and that's when stuff is all supposed to be in, but nobody can tell the vendors, they have to go backwards and make sure but they're dated
For the
for
order.
the previous fiscal,
Yeah,
so it's okay.
that's what I did. I called Fresh Stop and I said, close our account out as of the 30th of June, send me the bill. I paid it, and then it's not gonna move, it's gonna stay there.
Right,
And then it'll start up on the 1st of July and go until we kill it in the fall.
gotcha.
Okay.
But I do that every year.
All right, Lower Green Historic District.
Not much going on there right now. We haven't met since the meeting. The process that's going on in the background is just through the town, and it's getting all these documents registered and stuff. And I haven't heard anything on them setting up a committee yet.
So, this is my question about that. When we met like 3 or 4 months ago, we discussed on how it would flow, the potential that the board members of this board would be the board members of the other board, at least core members.
Yeah.
And the meeting would as follow. Now, the way the town voted on it, it's going to be a mixture of historic commission members and other outside members. Therefore, the meeting will be completely separate.
And that was always a potential that they do that. All we said was, if you want to get this thing going, we'll fill empty spaces out of the historic commission. But they didn't have to accept that.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't think there's a line forming at the door to get on that.
Right.
Oh, well, as long as you have plenty of people. We were under the impression that it would be the opposite.
Right, me too. Yeah.
Good, it's nice to know
We were
people-
just saying, don't let this stop the process.
Yeah,
Because we'll just step over en masse and fill all the slots, and then you can then you can run it forward. Because they're gonna have to have names and all that other stuff in order really to establish it. But it's right now, at least I'm not handling it anymore now. Robin's working with the town. But they have to, all the bylaws to be registered, whatever that means. So that's what they're working on.
okay.
And that was for Tracy, did you say?
Whoever's doing it at town hall, I would guess, at least through her, under her direction.
Okay, website report.
We're still kind of on the same path. I'm reading this and remembering that I forgot to reach out to the Reverend. I need to do that, so we get the tapes going.
I would get on that.
Yeah. I think I started to look for his website or his email, and I didn't find it, and then I haven't got back to it. But so I need to, I think, reach out to the people that I know, because I know a couple people that can probably have his direct contact information.
Yeah. So as far as I know, they still are living here.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Every now and then he does a service, so it's just...
I'm sure the current pastor would have the contact.
Well, yeah, that, and one of the dads from my son's baseball team is heavily involved in
Okay.
the church, so I just keep forgetting to ask James.
Because I bet he would
I could've
love
done
to
this
have
night.
it on there.
Oh, absolutely,
As continuing
absolutely.
his legacy, so.
But yes, other than that.
Okay.
Moving forward.
25 High Road review, so we'll be doing that under old business. Woodstone, old business. I'm not gonna correspond. Correspondence. What do we have for correspondence?
New correspondence?
Nothing in the mail?
No, everything, you told me everything that I thought was correspondence isn't correspondence, so
Okay, so nothing from anybody on the outside.
if there is, I don't know.
Okay, old business. 25 High Road is on the first of the list. So now is the point where we look at our documents for 25 High Road. We had our public hearing. I counted 30 people in total. We had good communication at the meeting, lots of speakers and good questions. And I see no reason to have a second hearing. That was optional. Do you think we need to vote on that?
Yeah.
Wouldn't hurt.
Yeah.
Safe side.
Yeah.
Discuss
See why
and
you-
go to that.
Okay, that'll open the discussion. All right, somebody please make a motion.
I move that we forego any further public hearing on 25 High Road.
I'll second that.
Second on Rebecca. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay,
I have a question on that.
go ahead.
What if we get emails on that topic?
Wondering if we're gonna have one?
We'll have a meeting. Can we throw those new emails in the pile?
So, after we vote in a
We
minute,
just voted not to have a hearing, that's all.
right, so after we vote in a minute on preferably preserved,
We're
that,
gonna do that right now?
yes,
Oh, I should do that.
yeah.
Okay, I thought we were gonna have a special meeting.
So, after we do that in 1 minute, then that pretty much seals. I go to the building inspector, send him a letter that says the building has been deemed preferably preserved, and the demolition permit needs to be held for 9 months. And,
During which time they're supposed to be doing stuff.
Right.
yes,
With the city
So-
town.
yeah, we can talk about it now, we've got it
Yeah.
on top of our tongues here. So the things that need to be done is the building needs to be secured and maintained in this 9-month period. Fairly obvious, the town DPW is already doing it. And if the board, I don't know if it's, at any point, the board can talk to the clerk at the DPW and see about touring the building. We also, once we finish tonight, we'll see what else happens with the town administrator as far as, is there any more discussion of what they're gonna do with the building? She sent me a small email saying congratulations on the meeting, and we're looking forward to working with the Historical Commission about the future of the building. I don't know what that means.
There's supposed to be things going on that they do, but it's not clear to me who's tracking the things that the applicant is doing. Does the town track that, or does the Historic Commission track that? And I don't know.
Like, for example, what?
Looking for alternatives to
Well, I
tearing
think
it
they
down,
have to
finding a different use for it, moving it
present
somewhere
that
else.
to us
No.
before the 9
No,
months, no?
well, it's not, I don't think
It's
it's,
on their,
it's not, no,
shoulders.
it's the person that's concerned with the building. I'm
Oh,
still here making a
you're right,
path,
yeah.
so we're going over it together.
yeah,
If this was the house across the street,
yeah.
it's being delayed for 9 months,
And it was one of
And-
us, not the town.
and so this gives them, whoever is interested in the preservation of the building, be it the house across the street or the house over there, needs to work with the owner to find an alternative to tearing the building down.
Yeah.
So, no, so the owner of the building is the town of Newbury. Now, this is a little different circumstances now, that it is the town that actually owns the building, and there are 30 people or more that came to the meeting and more about the town that don't want to see this building torn down. Now, fairly confident that the correct movement of action is to contact your selectmen. Because it is still the selectmen that ultimately control this building. Now, discussion over the town administrator law and all this stuff, still the selectmen have say. So people that want to see this building preserved, 25 High Road, need to contact their selectmen. Maybe they want to go as a group or get on the agenda for the selectmen's meeting. But our role, basically, as I said at last meeting, is the referee. Now, if nobody steps forward and does anything in 9 months, then the permit will be granted. In this 9 months, the people that want to see this building saved, reused, repurposed, or duplicated need to meet with the selectmen and make clear what they want done with the building. So there's no time to waste, because this is going to be time consuming. Do they still do half hours in the summer, the selectmen's meetings? Jan, do you remember?
Half hours.
Every other week?
Oh,
That they used to do that,
They did.
yeah.
Well, that should be the answer, whether I know.
yeah.
All right, so,
Everybody wasn't here as long as you've been here.
well, it wasn't
No,
that far along.
No, but I
ago.
mean that
Okay,
they
all
might
right.
be,
So
privy
another
to that.
reason that time is of the essence in 9 months. So whoever is interested needs to form and pull together and come up with an idea of what to do. Myself,
I mean, I
I'm
would
not
think
gonna
that
bring
they need
myself.
an architect to draw up plans, and then they would need funds to pay said architect, and those funds would need to be voted on at a town meeting, right?
Yes, but you really, there's no mission yet. They said a function hall, a meeting hall, council on the aging. Well,
Like, if it was just given to us like that, and it doesn't have to be like full-on drawings, you know what I mean? 'Cause I guess I'm just trying to think of like what we're
there's,
expected to see.
so the people that have approached me they only have a basic idea.
Yeah, it's like a,
Somebody wants the council on aging there, somebody wants a meeting hall there, somebody, I don't know what else. A lot of people just don't want to see it torn down because it's part of the architectural and historical value of the Upper Green in the town of Newbury. All this needs to go to the selectmen. And the ability to approach the selectmen is not as easy as it used to be. This is what, the selectmen's email addresses are all on the town website.
right.
So you can ask you can contact them independently at any point. There's no rules broken, because you can't really speak at the meeting unless you get on the agenda. And getting on the agenda is a whole process. So, yes, but somebody has to come up with a plan what they want to do. And even, and if there is no plan what they want to do, then the plan is not to tear the building down until we come up with a plan. And like I repeated myself at the meeting, saying, reproducing the building may be the plan. I think it's, and something from there.
Or at
All-
least reproducing the part that faces the green.
Three sides,
Yeah.
3 sides. That's what they did with the Hamilton
You need to
Town. 3
read
sides.
7.4B in the bylaw. It's talking about whose responsibility is to take actions during the 9 months. It says, for at least 6 months, this is during the 9-month delay period, the commission's determination that a structure is perfectly preserved. Commission can advise building commissioner in writing to issue a demolition permit without waiting. Okay, but for at least the first 6 months, the owner, and if it can show that the owner has made, the owner being the town now, owner has made continuing bona fide and reasonable efforts to locate a purchaser to preserve, rehabilitate, restore, or relocate the subject structure. So those are the things that are supposed to be going on.
Right,
And
within the first 6 months.
and I think that's between the people that want to save it and the town. I don't think that's the historic commission. That's,
No.
Well, I would say that-
and in this case, it's the town in 2 ways, because it's the town is doing the negotiations and they're the owner.
Right, well,
Um,
they definitely need to come up with a nice.
Yeah, if you go to 5-1 and then 7-1 through 7-4, it's all, that's what we should send, I think, after this meeting, after the vote, is send this to the town saying, here's your responsibility
It's on the
now.
town.
Huh?
It's on the town website.
I know,
Just saying, it is on the town
I
website.
know.
He just wants to reiterate.
I think we should go on record and say, here it is, and it's on the town website. Because then we can say, we've kind of done our part.
So are we ready to vote?
By the way, if
well-
it goes to, if it has to go to town meeting, there's your 9 months.
What was that mean?
Yeah.
That's,
So does that mean, like, if I wrote to the selectmen, starting with 1635 and this being a cattle rearing company to start, that this is how important the agricultural,
The Grange was.
what the Grange was, and like you pointed out at the public hearing, the people that come to Newbury for the history,
Yes,
I mean, we don't have anything. You come into town, we got the schoolhouse, but there's no place for anybody to access that history or see a piece of that history. We've got the books, I mean, the old books, I think they've already been sold away, right? When they allowed somebody to copy them, we no longer have the rights to those, I don't think. But that doesn't matter, people still would want to pick them up here.
yeah.
And I don't know how much the clerk does for
Well-
that kind of work.
yeah. Well, we're constantly approached with people trying to donate artifacts. We always have to say, this is the schoolhouse, we can't
Yeah.
accept
Right,
any more
right.
that's already here, we don't want any more. So maybe that is when people donate stuff, or maybe a big painting,
Yeah,
or
start to fill the
Or
wall.
even-
maybe that's where some of the maps should go.
Right, or even someplace that you have a display that changes out. I know people have things in their homes that they'd love to display for a couple of months and then just take them away. Or just, for people that come in from out of town, I think it's
Like
important
a
because,
visitor
just
center
because
almost?
Yep.
our books are just so precious. They really are. They're so old and so well preserved.
We need to have somebody guard them
Well, you'd duplicate them,
Yeah.
the originals wouldn't be in there.
Right.
You'd have them duplicated or electronic and duplicated. But, and the other thing is, the other pitching point is we don't have enough places to have meetings in this town. Jan can attest to how difficult it is to get a meeting room on a regular basis in this town, because you got the one room in the town hall, and you've got one room in the library, and this is about to be under construction, so this is off the list.
Yep.
So where are all these boards going
Yep.
to
Like an
have
annex.
meetings?
Newburyport
Town hall
built a
annex.
senior center and a community center in one structure, and you can't get a room in there anymore.
Yeah.
There's always something going, day and night.
Mm, yeah.
And they can make money off of it. They charge the people at night.
Right, right.
Yeah, they don't charge the seniors to go in, but,
So- Lon, back to your original question about the last of the demolition bylaw. I would like you to craft that
oh, okay.
in a letter,
Just make my computer back.
as soon as you get your computer going, to be sent to the address it to the Board of Selectmen. And next meeting,
Come from you, okay.
no, you're gonna
Oh.
bring it to the meeting.
Oh,
Next
okay, there you
meeting.
go, okay, good.
Next meeting, the board will vote on it,
Yeah.
either modify it or send it as is. Jan will transcribe it onto stationery and send it to the Board of Selectmen.
And another comment before we vote. I think I would like to read this and we all nod our heads on it. Because right now, we're all getting ready to vote on something that we haven't really discussed. So this is the core criteria for a preferably preserved designation. Number one, historical association. The building is importantly linked to historic persons, events, or broad architectural, cultural, economic, social history of the town, state, or nation. I would say that's probably
Definitely got that
Yeah.
covered.
architectural importance, 1.8. Architectural importance. The structure embodies distinctive characteristics of a specific architectural type, period, style, method of construction that includes work by a noted architect. I would say that's probably not true but its structure, style, and blah, blah, blah is what people are expecting to see on that site. So it's kind of it's probably a yes on that. Integrity of the features. The commission evaluates how much of the original historic fabric remains, including the general design, arrangement, texture, and materials. I don't know how we
Where
vote
are
on
you
that.
reading from?
For the 1.8, it's the stuff for preferably preserved. And then context and setting, the building contributes to the familiar visual feature of a neighborhood, or it's contextually similar to nearby buildings in a federal or local historic district. That's certainly true.
Yeah.
Public interest, the commission finds that it is in the public interest to preserve, rehabilitate, or restore rather than demolish it. That's the public interest. So those are the core criteria, and I think the majority of them
Yeah.
probably apply to this structure. So we've got some criteria before we do this or this.
Okay.
So now it's in the record.
Where did you get that?
I don't know.
I don't either.
That doesn't match what I've
Because
got
it's
in the
not on the
bylaw here.
computer. It's not part of the thing that's on the computer.
Oh,
I mean,
This-
I say on the computer, I'm talking about it's on the town website.
This is the final version of the bylaw.
okay.
And
And 1/8 is like
Well,
3
this-
lines,
actually it goes,
What's 1.8?
preferably preserved.
preferably preserved, any structure that's been determined by the commission to be in public interest to preserve.
Okay, so I just went in and, okay, so these aren't written there, but this is the stuff you're supposed to, I probably went to
So
the state.
what's
and got
written,
this.
what's written here, just to make sure that we got it, okay?
Yeah.
Is that significant, any structure or portion thereof which meets one of the following criteria. One, it is identified in the assessor's records as having been constructed prior to 1820.
You're on 1/9 now.
Yeah. 19B, it is listed or is within an area listed on the National Register of Historic Places. Yes, that one is true. 9C, it has been found eligible for the National Register of Historic Places, which is kind of redundant. D, it is identified by the commission as having association with one or more historic persons, events, or the broad architectural, cultural, political, economic, agricultural, or social history of the town. So political and agricultural both ring the bell on that one.
But, okay, we'll finish with you.
Okay, and E, it is identified by the commission as historically or architecturally important in terms of period, style, method of construction, or association with a recognized architect or builder, either by itself or in context of group structures. So
Those are the criteria for significant structure.
those are the criteria for significant structure. I think it's in the National Register of Historic Places, which means that it's eligible for the National Register of Historic Places. And it also is identified as having architectural, or having cultural, political, economic, agricultural, and social history of the town or the Commonwealth. So, I mean, right there, I mean, that's all we need, in my view.
That's for significant structure, but
Yep.
but since we.
What we're voting on tonight is
Since it
whether or not-
automatically went into significant structure, we should look at the criteria
Well-
that would have normally gotten it there.
Well, those are the criteria.
Right, I know.
Okay, and,
But we're voting on preferably preserved.
we're voting, that's right, we're
Yeah.
voting on preferably preserved.
I thought that I got this out of here, I bet I got this off of the state.
Okay.
It could be.
No.
So, are we ready?
So
But
is the,
they're saying that's the kind of thing you should consider. anyway.
Right.
so the motion should include 1.8. Is there anything else other than 1.8 that should be read as part of the motion?
The stuff after that is more on what, once we vote, what the next steps are.
Okay.
And remind me, we have to do discussion
Okay.
once the motion starts, when we make the motion.
So is the motion simply to vote on whether or not it's preferably preserved?
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Okay.
So I would think the motion should include 1.8 when the motion is made by the first volunteer.
You want to do it? You always do it, so I'll put it.
Gee, thanks. I move that we designate 25 High Road as preferably preserved, in that it is a significant structure that has been determined by the commission to be in the public interest to preserve. Is there a second?
Second.
Is there a second? We've got the second, now we go into discussion. Is there any questions, comments, or discussion about this motion?
Preferably preserved, but that would include duplicated,
Or rather,
Preferably preserved, we have to follow the town bylaw. So this,
Yeah.
the definition of preferably preserved
I think we should reference 1.8 and 1.9.
We did. Oh,
Did you? I didn't. In the motion.
because preserved
Where's-
could mean a lot of things.
Well-
You know, the building itself, the
well, for our purposes, if you look at 7.4B, it says, "The owner has made continuing bona fide and reasonable efforts to locate a purchaser to preserve, rehabilitate, restore, or relocate the subject structure." So
okay.
rehabilitate can mean all kinds of things.
yeah, I don't want them to remove it.
So,
I don't think it could be moved.
so to answer your question, we are working within the boundaries of the town bylaw. So, as Rich just pointed out,
right.
what does it say?
It says, "The owner has made
Purchase,
continuing bona fide..."
Preserve, rehabilitate, restore.
Right, or relocate.
So it doesn't say duplicate, that was,
Nope.
Yeah, that was my
Which one?
rehabilitate,
1.9,
preserve,
I think?
7.4 is what I'm reading from.
Oh,
Yep.
I thought it was further up. Okay. During the 9-month delay.
Well, we have to follow the town bylaw, so we can't modify that. Anything in the 9 months can be done.
Mhm.
It's not limited to. So, we are basically, like I said, the referees that are gonna officiate 9 months, starting this week, by following the town bylaw. Replicate is not in there. I think this is something that was gonna be done with the selectmen. It's rehabilitate, restore. To answer your direct question, there's no way I can put replicate in there, as much as it should be if we ever updated this bylaw. But I think it's the whole general direction.
Right, and then, I mean, with rehabilitate, you get into the finer points of, you know, if there's one stick from the original structure, is that rehabilitate?
10% rule,
10%.
10% rule.
Yeah.
So, all right, we have a motion on the floor. We have a second. Is there any other discussion?
Are we adding 1.9 to the motion?
No, I think we've already covered that.
You said, I didn't hear it.
We covered it in a previous meeting, we said it was significant.
Oh,
So
okay.
we've already, right, yeah.
We've already jumped that
So we've
road.
already voted it
Right.
is significant.
Now
Oh,
we're...
I know.
Yeah.
And now,
I'm only referencing that because
But-
the building didn't have to go through any evaluation. It just automatically is significant.
well, right, but we've already voted that it's significant in a previous meeting. All we're voting on now is whether or not this significant structure is preferably preserved under the terms of the bylaw.
Okay.
All right, so
Okay.
1.9 doesn't get into
So
that.
there's some more additions we need to do when we modify the bylaw. We gotta put some criteria in for preserved.
You write those notes down, okay, because I'm over
Yeah.
here doing this.
Okay.
So, and you've read 1.9 in the meeting and it's recorded
Right.
on the camera.
Okay, that's good.
Okay, I'm gonna call a vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any against? Silence. It's unanimous. chair please record that? I mean, clerk.
I don't think anybody in
All right.
the room would disagree with that vote, so.
So Lon, you're gonna write the letter
Yeah.
to the selectmen for next month. I will send an email to the building commissioner tonight and get that out of the way.
To the select board, you sending a letter to the select
No.
board?
I'll bring it to the meeting,
Coming to the
I'll bring it
meeting to be
with the letter,
approved
a draft
and
of the
then
letter.
sent from the meeting.
then you'll send it.
So July meeting, you'll review it and send it.
Okay, I had a question then, because we're supposed to have a meeting on the 1st of July.
The
Why are we
second
having it
Thursday.
on the 1st of July?
It's supposed to be 2 weeks
Because it's
after
the
the last
14th
meeting.
after the public,
Within 14 days.
Yeah.
This is that meeting.
so our
vote.
meeting is that meeting?
No, our meeting
We're
would be
not,
the
we don't
9th.
need a special meeting to
Yeah.
do the vote that we
That's
just
what I'm
did.
asking.
Right.
So,
So we don't need a July 1st meeting.
okay,
The
'Cause
next
that-
meeting
'cause
will be
right now
the
counts.
second Thursday.
Yeah, which is the 9th.
No,
I remember we were talking about that on the phone because I was confused. I'm like, when are we gonna have it? Are we gonna have it in the first? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's within, it's not 14.
Within 14
Right.
days.
Within
We
14
voted
days.
that already that we don't need a second public meeting,
Right.
Public hearing.
Right.
hearing.
Public hearing.
Yeah.
So there's nothing else we have to do
Nope.
No,
other than send
As
the
long as we
letters,
communicate, yeah.
just
communicate.
reminding them
Yeah,
what
another
their
letter
duty
that
is now.
says to the selectmen. Now we need, the Historic Commission is now a coach to anybody that wants information or direction on 25 High Road is for their efforts. So if people come, there's correspondence. If somebody's speaking to a board member about it, then they need to get on our agenda. But it's really not, we're not doing, there's not a lot that we can do.
We're not gonna do a design. We're gonna
No.
look at a design and decide
Oh.
if it's appropriate, right?
That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah.
Did Lon's thing get on the website?
Yeah, right after,
Fabulous.
right after the meeting.
So they can be directed to the website,
It's the town website, not our website. It's like underneath all the things, it's a link.
town website,
Yeah.
okay. So it's on the town website, all the historical and architectural information about 25 High Road is on the town website, so now everybody has access to it.
you're saying not our website, you mean not the 1635
Right,
website?
but it's our
But it's
section.
our section
Of
of
the
the
town
actual
website.
town
Yeah.
website.
Right.
That's important, I think,
Yeah.
to
Okay.
differentiate. When you keep saying our, you mean the 1635,
Right, well, yeah.
which is a separate entity completely.
We just figured people would be going to the town website.
Right.
And-
If they're looking for
They
And
wouldn't-
that's
they
looking
wouldn't
for
know there was a
information.
1635.
Well, yeah,
website
I didn't want them to
general.
try to like dig around in there, which is easier, more direct.
So Lon did all the research on that, all the timeline, all the information, what I was reading from at the hearing is all there. And yes, so this is gonna be, it needs to be a fast-moving shakedown on exactly what they're gonna do. But the selectmen need to be front and center in this.
Yeah.
This is theirs.
They're the owners.
Yes, they are the
They're
owners.
owners on top of it.
They can't just
So
keep.
what if they can't find anybody to invest in it, is gonna be my question.
If they can
It's
demonstrate they made
different
an
than,
effort.
it's different than a house where it's an owner, this is a municipality. So it doesn't, the people of the town, or the townspeople are the owner. And the townspeople elect the selectmen and give them directions. And in order to give them directions, they need to be heard. So the selectmen need to be contacted and said, we want to have the council on aging there. We want to have a meeting hall there. We want this, or we want this done. And then it needs to be addressed. And there's ways of, with so many signatures, you can be on a into a meeting with so many schedules, you can have them have a town meeting about it. So it depends on what you want to do and how many people you got to do it. It can be done. So that's
I'll
but
be very intrigued to see what ends up happening.
it's going to require people with energy.
Yeah,
and they're gonna have to, they have to have meetings, and they're gonna have to pull together fast. And they're gonna, and everybody that talks to you, you're gonna say to them, have you sent, how many emails have you sent to your selectmen? And said, send this here, I wanna see this, I want this here. We're having a meeting at the library, the 6th is on this day. We want to select you to come there, we want to address you. But the problem is there's like 3 or 4 different ideas, and the 5th idea is we just don't want it torn down. All right, well,
Yeah,
this is the next step. I don't have all those answers. We've got it stopped for 9 months, and now we are a board that will help anybody who wants help the best we can.
alright.
Now, how do we get the word out there? For people to write to the selectmen?
Letter to the editor.
Make
Newspaper.
a letter to the, or just get a hold of one of the reporters and say, we had our meeting the other night, here's what we voted on. And now it's up to the public.
It's up to the public to persuade.
Rinaldi was the reporter. She came to the hearing. The girl with the laptop, I'm sure she'll be glad to speak to anybody, and I'm sure there'll be an article about this in there tonight, tied in. So obviously we need to watch our P's and Q's when you speak in public, that you're not representing the board, you're a resident. I should hope that they had one meeting at the library. They need to get direction. They need to pick a direction.
Yeah,
So apparently the Council on Aging thing is being pulled off into a different direction. They need to decide what direction they're gonna go. They need to pick an approach,
Yeah.
and then they need to start working on it.
But I wonder if this would be the next target for because the off Kent Way area that they asked for $250,000 to do a feasibility study, they didn't get that money. So,
right, well, that's where I'm thinking of, like,
so
about these
if they're thinking of alternatives for a council on aging, this one kind of jumps out at you.
Yeah. Well, but you still need the money. And it would definitely be cheaper just to send a bulldozer in and then put the building back if you like the way it looked, than it would to crank it up, pour a new foundation, refurbish all the stuff,
Right,
get
make
rid
it
of all the
ADA
rock
compliant,
wood,
give
get
it
rid of
fire
all the lead
sprinklers.
paint,
Yeah,
blah, blah, blah.
You went through
Yeah,
all
I went through, yeah.
the things that are no longer in, when we went at the meeting, didn't you?
You have
Yeah.
asbestos
Some of them.
remediation and mold remediation and.
Yeah, I mean, there's too many remediations.
So, yeah,
Because that gets
So-
added under the building cost.
but now you're back into the budgetary place, and, I mean, it took 14 years to build a police station, as Bill
Right.
Pearson says, so, and we need a
And
new.
we still don't have a town hall.
We don't have a town hall, we don't have a fire station yet either, so.
And constantly playing with this one is just a sin.
I know.
And that's just my personal opinion. It has nothing to do with the historic commission.
I was surprised too that it said the fact that we're the only town that doesn't own their town hall.
I know, that was kind of a kick in
That
the
was
teeth.
shame.
I was like, oh.
Yeah, I'd like to fact check that.
I didn't know that.
So,
Wow.
now that you bring that up, that last chapter in the bylaw law, this board actually does have a mission to make sure that the town hall is sealed and maintained for at least the 9 months.
Yeah.
I mean, this 9-month stay is not just 9 months, it's the beginning. But if the Board of Selectmen withdraw their application and say, okay, we're gonna table this. Obviously, there's plenty of people who don't want this building torn down,
Yeah, then it can go on
And-
forever,
then it can wait.
yeah.
And
And then they apply for another permit
And
and
we
the
do
whole
this-
process starts
Starts
again.
again, yeah,
yeah,
okay.
so.
That's the only control we have is the demolition permit. We
So
gotta prove it.
in the meantime, whether it's 9 months or not, this board should make sure that the building's being taken care of, not, as it is written in the bylaw, demolition by neglect.
Yeah.
Did
So,
they change their mind and like try to sell the property? probably wouldn't wanna do that, right? They'd like wanna. hold
No,
on to
because you
it.
want it to look
Right, well, that's, I'm just
exactly the
nervous, I'm
same.
just nervous, is what it
Yeah.
is, it's like,
You mean sell the town hall to an outside?
yeah,
Oh, or sell the property.
The attorney at the
That would
hearing
never-
said that they have no intention of selling.
Well,
I know,
that
but
doesn't mean
that's,
nothing.
right, that can change in my mind.
Yeah, and-
Intentions change.
That was the
And
select
they can
board's
make
attorney,
anything
not-
look good.
Alright,
So, all right, so we've done all that. What other things are under old business? Was nothing from the 5 things with the DPW, any movement at all?
You saw I sent an email to James about the painting proposal.
Yes.
Asking him if could we save a little money if we didn't have him paint the doors, because those really ought to just be restored or replaced. They're so far gone at this
Yeah.
point. And not do the 6 big window frames, because I did those last year. And I haven't heard a peep out of them since then.
our stone's looking a little shabby too,
Did you try contacting the admin?
it just looks like it needs to be weed whacked and.
Yeah.
What is it?
I
I
tried
drove
to.
by, took a picture.
I contact-
All that.
No, my attempts to contact James have been through the email that's on the town's website.
I would assume that's what you use.
Yeah, and so if
I
he's
see
not
them cut the
responding,
lawn next to
you
my
know,
house, I'll run down there with some coffee and try to get some,
Well,
get some more jobs done.
I guess he has an administrative secretary, it's out there
okay,
40 hours a week.
yeah.
Oh,
Call her up and go,
and Fred,
this is me.
Fred Thurlow stopped by last weekend and told me that those hedges, the bushes, the lilacs, need to be cut away from the building. They look good, but somebody needs to cut them so they're not
Touching the building.
Yeah.
He
I,
did the most
I do that pretty
And
regularly.
he thought, yeah,
I
he'd
do it
do
with
it,
a
but
hedge
he
trimmer
made,
in
he
the
wanted
back.
to make sure we knew that.
Alright,
I
thanks.
could do that. It's easy.
Cut them back down to the ground. If they're gonna paint the building, they want them out of the way, frankly.
They are coming
Well,
back nice though.
Yeah.
Oh, it'll be great when they
Oh,
finally are,
they're almost impossible to kill.
yeah,
Yeah.
hedged out.
Yeah.
Maybe it doesn't get so tall and lanky next time, keep them in like a nice,
Yeah, the
Bush.
trouble before is where we cut them off, that stems were pieces were this big around.
right.
So that looked pretty ugly sitting there. So if we keep these trimmed and the height, they'll just be branches going up. So it won't look so,
Which I'm fine with.
like it hasn't had a haircut. in
Do we
2
have
years.
anything else under old business? Anything else we're working on?
Yeah, I haven't made any progress on moving the stone, so
Yeah,
I'll get on that.
Okay, so you've got the name of the 2 people in
Yes.
Byfield.
Yep.
Um,
And also the contractor who did the subdivision, who did the last move of the stone to where it is now. So I'm gonna
Okay.
contact those 3.
Yeah,
But
Yeah.
preferably I would go with the contractor who
Already
moved it first, because he already moved it once successfully.
Yeah.
yeah, and maybe he's just like, oh, yeah, we'll send somebody down there on a Friday or something to
Yeah,
do it or
yeah.
something. The fact that now that we know they've already moved it once, then that relieves a lot of stress about that.
Right.
And then they're on the thing, for vendor list too, then,
Yep.
that helps.
So.
Well, we don't know they're on the vendor list.
Well, if they moved it before.
No, they
Oh, for somebody else,
moved
Private.
it
for the contract.
as part of the
Yeah.
development
I got it.
of
So they're not.
What is
on
that,
the vendor
Fieldstone
list necessarily.
Drive, Fieldstone Way, like that.
I don't know.
Different subject, I spoke to Bill, the selectman, chairman, Bill DeMayo, about the Dave Mountain Park at the dam, the fact that it's not being maintained. They dedicated that stone bench to him, and all the shrubbery has grown over, it's taken over, there's poison ivy everywhere.
This is the one on Central Street?
Central Street at the dam.
Yep.
Yeah, the grass is this tall, poison ivy everywhere, you can't get in there at all, you can't even see the bench.
I was gonna say, I didn't even know there was a bench over there.
Yeah, it was all, the selectmen, they dedicated it, I don't know, about 6 years ago. They dedicated the bench, his name's in it, and it's just an overgrown mess in there now. So put a bug in his ear about that.
Where is it? I didn't,
Central Street at the dam,
okay, thanks.
So on your side or the other side?
other side.
I'm gonna have to look now.
So, do we have, so the painting we've covered, The alarm system's on that existing list.
Somebody asked me when I was at school the other day if we could do Venmo, because they wanted to give us a donation, but they wanted to Venmo, and I was like, I doubt we can do that. But do you know if there's any way for us to connect a Venmo account to our, like, checking account or something?
Well, I mean, we could, that would be easy, I would think. We don't have a
Venmo,
checking account.
PayPal, and
Yeah,
Apple
but
Pay.
it's the town now.
Yeah, but well, that's my question, because she like wanted to Venmo, and I was like, I don't wanna like do it to
Well,
me,
I
and
could
then.
do it, I'm the treasurer, I could have it in my name, when the money comes in, I just deposit it. Because we
Well,
don't
it's
have,
just
we
a
don't have a
thought,
checkbook.
because it could say like historical commission Newbury or something as
Oh,
like, as the
we could
handle
call
or
it
whatever it
anything you
is.
want, yeah.
Yeah, and then, because I think nobody has cash anymore,
Yeah.
and
Friends of Plum
so,
Island Light, they do Venmo, they do PayPal, and they do Apple Pay.
cause, you know, that might be an easier way for us to.
What were they
get-
asking this?
They wanted to do a donation, you could tell that they were, you know,
Like, you talked, they wanted
It's
to do a
more-
large
more than a
donation
buck.
for the
Well, I-
school,
well,
is that?
Yeah.
I don't know how much, she didn't tell me how much she wanted to do, but she wanted to get, she didn't have cash on her, so she
Do that
asked me, do you guys have a
$60,000
Venmo
donation.
account
Okay.
to do a donation? And I said, honestly, we don't. I said, I have my own personal one, but, you know, I don't want you, I didn't want to feel comfortable being like, send it to me, you know,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
I
try to get killed in an audit.
Do
If
the
it was-
donations need to be free?
well, that's what I'm saying, I had no idea. I told her I would bring it up at the
I think
meeting.
it's a can of worms. I mean, if it was meant a lot of money, I would say, okay, send a letter to the assistant administrator and ask if this is okay, but it can't go to somebody's just, it would have to go to an escrow account.
Well, that's, I guess that's my
Well,
question, is
yeah,
like how,
I mean, the money goes in the box, and I take it out. The money would go into Venmo, and I take it out.
right,
But it all has to be hand delivered to the window at town hall.
alright.
So what I'll ask is,
Find out
is
if
it kosher
if there's a
for me
system
to
that's set
have
up
a
to do-
Venmo
yeah.
account, take the money and then physically deposit the actual cash?
Right, either way,
Yeah.
or ask if there's a way for us to
I
have
don't-
one for the
I would just
commission.
keep
Right.
books on that
And then it's
account.
the, it'd be nice to have a little button,
Well, just
a
have,
donate button on the
Well, that's what I
system.
mean.
Or a
like,
QR
one of
code,
those,
just-
like,
just
yeah,
have a little
like
QR code.
Well, now that you talk about it, I'm sure Triton has it.
What's what I'm saying, there's gotta be, there's got to be.
All right, so it's gonna do the research.
Yeah.
If somebody's, if
That's what I
somebody in
said,
this
I'll check.
town.
Can you check into it? Cause then I think that's a great way for us to
Yeah.
like,
You
you
just
know,
have a little QR code sitting there next to it. You've got the money in the box.
Yeah.
And then have a QR code
and
sitting
then
there.
boom,
They
and
just go,
then,
they
and then
go
it's a lot
like
easier
this.
for them to send
Yeah.
more money when they,
And then we
they
got
don't have to
$5,
pull it out of
yeah.
their wallet.
Whatever
It's
they
my
put
money
in.
one. 'Cause they look full off. And I was like, I wish I had one, I
Or
don't.
somebody goes through that 1635 website and says, this is really cool, this is something
I'm
I ought
gonna
to
send them
support.
$100, yeah,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
exactly,
yeah.
monthly
A
donations.
lot of people feel that way.
Tourism this year is huge,
You know?
huge right now.
And they don't all wear kilts.
Yeah.
Well, now
So,
the beachcomber though.
on the same electronic
Yeah.
discussion group, you had talked about a
Riptide.
Facebook page before.
Yes, I know, I need to get on there.
So- But I wanted to add a comment that I went to another historical commission, town of South Shore, about, my great uncle was the Norwood Diner, and trying to get information from that town's historical commission contact through the Facebook page. And I sent them a very nice letter on their contact thing on their Facebook page. It's been 9 months now.
Nothing,
Nothing.
yeah,
So it's important that if you're ever gonna set it up, you have to have a system where somebody's
you get
checking it every
notifications and you see
notification.
it.
It has to be, nothing more embarrassing. So the electronic world now, I was talking to our website guy this week, talking about AI. So now our antique shop people are being directed to our antique shop by AI
Yeah.
and giving them tours and telling them what to buy for their house. This is like, wow, I can't even figure this all out. I talked to my website, I said, are you up to date on this AI stuff? He says, it works on its own and it's all about participation.
Yeah,
It's your existence on the internet and your movement and how much you post and how much you interact with the internet is how AI will find you and how it will rate you. The more traffic you have, the more AI you're gonna get. So AI is now
We all
into
watch
tourism,
crazy
so
movies now.
another reason to having a continued presence on there
Yeah,
to grow it.
yeah.
The reason to have more scans on there, to have more date information on there, So apparently, as much as AI is looking at all the social platforms, including your
Yeah, it's
website.
like build your own
AI
app-
gathers data, that's
Yeah.
the best way to describe it,
Absolutely.
and analyze it.
Yeah, but it's the analyzing that is not always 100% even
Yeah.
close to
Well,
being
it's
the
still-
reality.
if it's
The
the
problem with AI is it always
Which
wants
is
to give
scary.
you an answer,
Yeah,
and sometimes it speculates.
I want
Yes.
nothing to do with AI.
Yeah.
I don't trust anything I've seen
I-
so
I
far on
know, I
AI,
always-
because I have to
I
look it
always
up and it
check.
says that has nothing to do with us.
So, continue same subject. Customer went to Spencer Pierce this week. And I said, did you go to the schoolhouse down the street? He said, no, we didn't know anything about it. What's at Spencer Pierce? Do we have anything there? Should we
I
have?
did have a couple that were at the schoolhouse and they were on their way to Spencer Pierce. This
So you're
past,
saying, like, is there any sort of like flyers?
Is
or
there a
something
card
we should
rack
keep?
at Spencer
I don't
Pierce?
even know.
Is
I don't know
is
either.
Spence Pierce part of the moon or no?
No, that's,
No.
it's
It's a separate entity.
historic New
right?
England.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do they have like trifolds,
Isn't that new person
or we've got a
on
bifold?
historic New
That's right.
England?
There's that new person that we met who is in charge of Spencer Pierce Little Farm and Coffin House, which I'm
Right.
finally gonna get to the Coffin
Because we
House.
could just give them a stack of our,
Isn't there
Guide.
isn't there a place downtown in Newburyport too?
Yes,
Where you can put them down on the boardwalk?
right down by the parking
Yeah,
lot.
is there like a little
Right.
hut or
Lot,
something?
Yeah,
yeah.
Even though it's electronic era, card racks are still all over the highways of America.
definitely. And people like to sit down at the end of a day and look through.
Their
Yep.
stuff.
Yeah.
Their collectibles.
So maybe it's time we make a card.
Yep.
Laminate card. I'm sure there's, you know what we're talking, everybody saw a card,
Mhm.
it's, what is it, 11 and a
Yeah,
half
like
by
like a big
4.
Oh,
bookmark.
that kind of-
Yeah.
Okay.
So every information booth in America has card, giant, so the one in Virginia, I stopped at the Civil War thing, the card rack room was bigger than this room.
Mm.
Yeah,
And the hotels now have them, so you see a little change back from electronic
There's the
era.
visitor center on 95 when you come into Massachusetts from New Hampshire.
The New
Oh,
Hampshire
right,
one and the
that's actually
Massachusetts
about
one,
Yeah,
yeah,
see.
yeah.
That's a-
Any of them.
We've got
Visitor
the,
center.
We've got the
Right.
postcard
Right.
that shows the schoolhouse. It's in the monotone and in the colored version.
I mean, we could bring a
But it
bunch of
needs-
those.
Just we could
somewhere.
just
You
stick
need to
those.
make it into the card size.
Well, we can put those at like Spencer Pierce or things like that. Like,
That's what I-
you know, maybe.
What do you mean by what card in what way?
So all these information places, they have
They're
to
like
be
pamphlet
universal size.
Yeah.
What is it?
Like the
I don't
projected
know.
I think
vote,
it's, I
Sons
think it's
and
8.5
Daughters.
by 4.
8.5,
Oh, that's longer than ours, okay.
8.5.
So this is
From my
8.5.
case, I would have one.
So 8.5 by 4 would be like that.
Alright, so somebody should check on it before you order them.
Ours are about like this, our cards. It's a postcard.
Yeah,
That's the standard postcard.
But the information is on there, not landscape, portrait.
portrait, yeah.
Yeah,
Front and
so-
back, right.
Yeah,
The
and
Sons
you-
and Daughters has a good one that we have at the
Yeah,
schoolhouse.
but we get that easy to make.
And they fit.
I'm sure there's
Figure out what we
plenty
wanna
of
say.
companies that make them. I think we ought to get on that.
I do these all the time through Minuteman, through other groups.
I think you should pitch a national company, one that makes 1 million a day,
Why?
because they can do it a lot cheaper and you're gonna.
Oh,
pay a
for
lot.
cost, okay, okay.
So, yeah, you're gonna find companies all around America
Yeah, I'll
that
have
makes.
to get a bid anyway. probably, so.
If you wanna broker it through Minuteman because of the billing, then that's fine, but I would have 3 prices or something.
Yeah, so we're not gonna call it a postcard, we're gonna call it like an informational card,
Yeah.
Card rack, card.
and then check on the size.
Yeah, look at the one at the schoolhouse with the Sons and Daughters of Jack and Willett House. They have one.
The long skinny one.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
long
Yeah.
skinny
Yeah.
one.
Yep.
Does that fit
Yeah,
some all
ours is
those?
horizontal,
Yeah.
it's not vertical.
So
But we
maybe
can still
somebody
put the
should
picture
pop
up.
into the Coffin and Spencer and
Yeah,
whatever
I'm gonna be in the
places.
Coffin House on,
Yeah, they don't have a.
Tuesday, I think.
They don't have a rack.
Nothing in there.
No, yeah, no.
And we can buy a rack and we
And
can have
also
a
they-
rack.
and also Moon has, I believe, has a rack.
Do they?
I think so. I
think.
know they have a place where they sell books, and I think there's a rack right next to that.
In the hallway?
Yeah,
All
They
right.
might be, well, they're coming back.
Disperse
We used to
our
have a good one
little.
in there.
Yes, connect, electronic and paper. Paper is still prevailing. So I would work on that, I would grab it. If you could pull it together, you still got a season left, we're just getting started.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I like the idea of bringing some of the postcards, because those are
Just,
easy.
you got those now,
Yeah.
it'd be easy just to. Which
All the
one?
like touristy
Well, we
spots
could
in
do it,
town.
you could use both, the mono
Yeah, just
and
grab a
the
little bit of
monochrome
each, it doesn't matter.
And the color. They go just about as fast.
Yeah. Okay.
And the new,
And I'll look into the, making a vertical card. Was that for, I'll find a real one and see what they look like.
Yeah, right
the
now.
new headquarters building in Haverhill is now open.
What's
The,
that?
For Historic New England.
Oh, in Haverhill.
Yeah. We
I
went,
just saw that somewhere. Was it in the paper? or-
it was in the Historic New England magazine. I don't know if you get that.
No.
Oh, actually, I think it
on
was
the
in the
website.
paper.
Was it on their website?
Could have been on their
Yeah,
website.
probably.
But they have two, like, 5-story buildings that used to be shoe shops. And what they did, and they're across the narrow street from each other, and they covered over the top.
Oh,
And they
neat.
made like a,
courtyard
museum
or
space in
something?
the middle.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Where is it?
it's in Haverhill, it's right off of, you know where, Lafayette Square is? in
Sort
Haverhill?
of, yeah.
It's right down
Right down?
there. Yeah, it's really cool. Actually, it's not Lafayette Square, it's Railroad Square in
Okay.
Haverhill.
Okay.
And we did a tour last summer, and their collection is phenomenal. There's 600,000 pieces in their collection.
Awesome.
Okay, this came in the mail. This is the thing that it comes like every other year.
Yeah.
So I know we've had more than one copy of it here. I don't know if anybody wants to shepherd this. I thought that maybe the library would want a copy of it. I have no idea what to do with it. It's not staying at my house.
So, I'll take it. I'll at least throw it in the binder, and
Just put it in the schoolhouse.
we could put it in the schoolhouse.
We probably have to
And
pick
then-
dates
and
for
then we're doing
admission to
nothing
schoolhouse
there.
for other things.
No.
And I forgot my guitar, I'll
That's right.
look through it. No.
We have to pick
I was gonna show you this stuff, I couldn't print it out
Coverage,
to
too.
bring it.
All right, do your calendar for the schoolhouse now.
We do that offline, right? Calendar for the schoolhouse?
You
we
wanna
don't
do that
this
off,
part
off the
of
camera?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just because we just want to
All
make
right,
sure
so
we're
we're
not
done with
stepping
old
all over
business?
each other.
Do we have any new business other than me? All right, I'll start off. Break the news to you softly. I am not reappointing this year for my position because of the distress that dealing with town has caused me.
Okay.
This is something that I want this board to know about in full transparency, that this job's becoming very difficult. As all of you know, this is becoming, it's turning into a job, being chair and clerk, and members too. This is a lot of work. The DDB brought on a lot more work to this board than the board was ready to do. I still have reservations about the future of it. This town is now 20-something years older since the DDB was brought in. It's not functioning. What?
I'm just thinking, no, it couldn't be.
20?
20?
Really? I'm like,
Not quite 20.
Yeah.
Maybe more
18?
like 15.
well, I mean, I moved here in 2010,
So
so
it
it
was-
was
it was-
after that,
It
so,
was finalized in 2024,
Right. Oh,
so,
so
So
it's
that's
like
not-
12 years.
yeah.
Okay.
anyway,
Yeah.
Okay,
that's not
that's
germane to
But
what
it's
you said.
still true, what
Yeah.
you said is true. It
So,
is.
this board just has a tremendous amount of work constantly. And and the final straw was this last demolition processing. Made me all too aware of the work that this board has to do. I will make myself constantly available at phone's length. You guys all know my phone number. Give you whatever you have questions about, procedures, who to call, what to call, where to look. I'll turn my books over in another month, once I've made sure my personal stuff is out of them. And so, it is so procedure, next month, you'll meet, the board, you can do it any which way you want. It's all a friendly board, so you're probably all gonna say, okay, you do this. Whatever system you wanna use for picking a chair, an assistant chair, and a clerk. Then you vote on it at the beginning of the meeting, and then you proceed. And that's how this board will operate.
So tonight's your last night?
Tonight is my last night. This is when I'm up. Somebody else is up. Who else is up? There's two of us. Just me?
Because otherwise I would have been nagging them too,
Yeah.
to make sure you sign back up again.
So,
You're the face of the board, so, I mean, that's, you know, you're when the phone rings, it's your phone.
yes, yes.
The rest of us
And
get to hide.
you guys have done a good job supporting me, but this is more than what this board was intended to do. And there's a flow problem with the permits that can't be thrown on a volunteer. This permitting process cannot be thrown on a volunteer. And my request for funding for hours has been refused 3 years in a row. So that's it. So that is it. But the phone is always on. Call me, email me. Whoever is voted in as chair needs to sit down with me for a little bit and go over the book. And whoever, chair is too official. Everybody should, like the selectmen, the chair rotates. It's strange how they do it, but you're chair for so many years, then the next person's chair, and it moves around the room. I don't
And
know how
that's good, because
Yeah.
everybody gets a taste of it. So when the guy that's been the chair for 10 years leaves, none of us know what the hell he was doing.
Yeah, so everybody gets to know, you either try it, and so if you have a chair and an assistant chair, the chair and the assistant chair should be able to both run the meeting with no problem at all, should have duplicate, not this notebook, my other notebook, but Jan gives you the document, the agenda. You've all seen it enough times, how we do it. As long as you have the quorum, that's all you need. If the chair doesn't want to do it all the time, I don't think there's any problem with the assistant chair doing half the meetings. I don't, and everything follows Robert's Rules of Order. I bought the book 15 years ago. I don't know that I've maybe perused it. It's live it's on the web too. But that's it. So, we got through 25 High Road, and that's going forward. The ball's kicked forward, and that's it.
You're gonna be in the next meeting.
Not unless you call me
Oh,
for something. I'm available. Pop in, talk, call, email, whatever. But that's it.
Town procedure, I know how to do it.
Oh, it's printed out. Okay.
Yeah, on next year.
And then there's our, you asked if you were the only one this year.
How did I end up singular? It was always somebody with me.
Yeah, but maybe it was Chris.
Okay.
Or it was like
Nancy.
Nancy or
Somebody
somebody.
that
Yeah.
left. So. And they didn't always leave because their term was up. They might have just said, I'm not coming back.
Wait for expiration of resignation, chair C expires June 10, elected.
We don't have your dates on here, Missy.
It's on a need-to-know basis.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you guys can never leave, so it means to me, no dates.
Oh, it didn't put it in there, that's funny. Well, it's on the town website. All you have to do is look at our town website and look at our thing, and it tells you when everybody's there.
Okay, Jan,
Yo,
number 2, that needs to be on the agenda for the July meeting.
the picking,
Uh, The commission leadership vote, you can
Yeah.
copy that,
I know.
We vote on that every year, but
yes.
it just.
Well, I've never had
the
this
same
piece,
people do it.
I've never had this piece of paper, I just
Yeah.
followed.
But I mean, we
thought was
voted
the
every,
procedure.
we
No.
vote. An
I don't
officer-
I have never voted for chair.
No, I don't remember ever doing this.
Nope.
I remember you
Yes.
guys, I remember when you guys sort of voted for me for assistant chair.
Yeah,
and
but
that was
that's because you
after-
were, we had, when new people come on, we have to give them
And,
a purpose, so to speak.
well,
and-
no, I thought it was like after like Nancy and Carolyn left. because
Yeah,
we
so
had
then
vacancies.
somebody knew, and it was like,
Yeah.
if they did that, will you still do that, kind of thing,
Right.
you know?
Gotcha.
We're probably breaking the rules. I can't
Well,
believe you,
you've
you
got
don't have to
them
vote
now.
in every year of all the others. Well, see, I'm working for not-for-profits,
Right.
and we did it every year.
So
Usually it's the same person.
that, well, I do remember last year I did, because I did offer, does anybody else want to do chair? Because I know I don't have enough time to do it. And so I offered it up, did anybody else want to do it? And then the clerk, yeah. So that's the system going, and so now you've got it in print, that's good. You have to send a letter to the selectmen once you do it. So that needs to be on your agenda for next month when you post it. That's it.
All right.
Anything, any other new business before the board? I entertain a motion to adjourn.
I move that we adjourn.
Second,
There you go. Exactly.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
8:25.
Gotta remember to do that.